Hey, it's me again. It's getting to be kind of late tonight, and but I wanted to share this part with you with the beef and the meals in a jar. So I ended up doing 7 meals, 7 jars, 7 quart jars. And so tomorrow, because I need to cook it for 3 hours and I'm not going to stay up until old dark 30, I am going to, I'll be cooking them tomorrow. And then I'll give you an update. And the thought that I had was I wanted to just kind of share with you what the cost would be. So, where I am in Michigan, we go and we get a hunting license so we can shoot a deer. Because what I ended up doing was I used 3 roasts from venison that we had hunted over the last year, I think. And it came to about 10.5 cups, which I'm guessing roughly would be about 8 pounds of meat cut up to look like stew meat. Okay, so you got 8 pounds of meat out of a deer that probably we would get maybe 70 pounds. And in order to shoot that deer, of course, you got to get a hunting license. And here in Michigan, roughly, it's anywhere from 60 to 80 or 90, depending on what kind of licenses you get. You get a basic, you get, maybe you're going to do your small game and your all the other licenses. Since I don't hunt, I don't know, but roughly $60-$80 for the hunting license, and that would be for 2 deer. And I'm thinking actually that would be for all your licenses. So I don't know, let's just say $60. And that's for 2 deer. So it's $30 a deer. And that would roughly be 70 pounds of meat. For a 150-pound doe, you're not going to eat the bones. So it's 70 pounds of meat. And let's just say this 10.5 cups is roughly 8 pounds or maybe 7 pounds. So if it's 70 pounds of meat for $30, then we're going to take 10% and we're going to do 7 pounds. Then that would be roughly $3 for your meat. Okay? That is if you go and hunt it and you process it yourself and you don't have any excess expense. So if it's $3, now remember this pricing is for 7 quarts. So you're still going to divide it by 7, okay, ultimately. But I just wanted to break it down here. So the meat for all 7 quarts would be $3. I used 1 onion, so that would be roughly 50 cents. You buy a bag of onions, and these onions I did not get from my garden, unfortunately. Otherwise, it would have been even cheaper. So, but 50 cents for the onion. Celery, I did have to purchase. I grew it, but it didn't work out very well this year. So celery would be about 15 cents a stalk. I used 3 stalks in this group project, so that's 45 cents. Green beans, those green beans I purchased, and they might be like $2.79, $2.80. I'm just going to say $3 just to kind of round it up for the bag of green beans. And then the yellow beans, a couple of years ago, we did have those in our garden, and the seeds are $2 a bag. So $2 for seeds. This is 1 bag. Oh golly, I mean, it's not going to be $2 for those yellow beans at all. So I'll have to figure that one as we keep going. I'm just trying to think for the seeds, and I mean, that might be 50 cents, so 50 cents for that 1 bag, because we got a lot of beans. So, and then carrots, I used 5 carrots, and they were about 50 cents each, so that'd be $2.50. And then mushrooms was $2. All right, so let me just add this up. You've got 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, $11.45. So let's round that up to $12. And then of course you're going to divide that by 7 quarts. So that is 1, 5, and that is about 17. All right, so are you ready for this big expense? Costs you about $1.70 per quart, $1.70. You can't get anything for $1.70 these days that would satisfy you, that would be good for you and nourish you, that gives you opportunity to sit down with someone else and actually enjoy a wonderful meal. $1.70 in 2024 is just enough to get you mad. Even if you go and you want to go get some fast food. Now, this is the ultimate fast food. Yes, it takes a while to preserve and to cut it down, just prepare it and all. But you have 7 meals, and depending on how much you eat, it could be 1 meal per person. It could be 2 meals per person. It could be that 1 jar is going to be the main meal. Then just add some, some rice to it, and you could throw in some fruit for a dessert. You're fine. You're good to go. So $1.70 for a meal in 2024, you can do it. So I just wanted to show you that it is very, very possible to eat well, eat nourishing meals, if you'll take the time to prepare them. And I'm not saying it doesn't take much time, it does. But the prep time is so worth it because, well, let's just put it this way. You're going to pay for something. You're either going to spend time preparing, or you're going to spend money. And if you don't have a whole lot of money, then it doesn't make any sense to go to McDonald's or to run by Taco Bell and pick something up, because you're going to spend $11 for 1 meal. Well, I just showed you 7 meals for $12. So there you have it. And hopefully that'll give you some ideas of what you can do. And like I say, tomorrow after I get it finished, I'll show you the final project, the total thing done. And anyhow, it'll be enjoyable to see. And what I'm really looking forward to is down the road when I can use my fast food and just enjoy in the wintertime when I just need to grab something and go, heat it up right quick, and it's already there waiting for me. So it'll be a lot of fun. Well, hopefully you learned something. Hopefully that's enjoyable for you, and have a great night. I'm going to bed. God bless you. Remember, Abba's heart is always for you, and it's worth the time and effort to put into it. Only about $1.70 per meal. So God bless you. Have a good night.